Joder, not this guy.
Who are you? Okay, stop right there.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in that situation. Well, you see, it all began when the president ordered me to find his daughter. But all he sent me in with were one knife, one first aid spray, and one handgun with 10 bullets in it. Do you want your daughter to live, mother? I might as well just use the knife Marvin gave me. Knife only time, perhaps? So Leon walks inside a really shitty house and starts making himself at home, which clearly doesn't sit well with the owner, and naturally he attacks him in fear of his possessions being stolen cause, well, you know, he's an American and all. Leon takes him down. Okay, let's get to the challenge part of this video. Obviously, I started this challenge on the hardcore difficulty because I want clout. And the moment I was given full control of Leon, I sent the gun to my storage. Through Bluetooth, I can only assume. Anyway, the guy gets back up and I have to put him down immediately, and the knife is already duller than me because the durability is a thing now. Then me and the villagers played tag until it was bingo time, but I didn't get invited to that because I was an outsider and I was left all alone in the playground. Boy, that's awfully nostalgic. Then I tried farming eggs for the future, but the game caught on to me and stopped giving me eggs after like 2 rounds. Pathetic. I then wandered into another Spanish farmer's house and just happened to find this beautiful man tied down in the basement wearing an outfit made of leather. Kinky. Then another man wearing all leather showed up at the basement and started choking me and treating me roughly, and then he injected his bad juice in me. Yeah, the whole ordeal definitely left a crack on my soul. Anyway, I was kidnapped and robbed, and all I was left with were knives. Like, that's not a dangerous weapon. I cleared the area, and then the most mysterious man other than the hunk showed up to do business.
Let's do some business.
No, the other guy wanted business too, but then fucked me in the basement. I will pass. It was at this point I had to experiment on how the knives work so I could use them efficiently, and Esmeralda here willingly volunteered for it. I should say willingly volunteered for it. I don't just go around killing Spanish people, okay? That's not my thing. I promise. It was the order of the president. Then I ran menacingly through the entire part without killing anyone because at this stage, resources are very limited. Then Leon, yes Leon, not me, Leon ran past some other people and entered yet another man's house and kills the poor guy who's just trying to take a shit. My god, Leon, what's wrong with you? It's okay though, karma got him good because the leather man walked in again just to choke him and then left. Yeah, that's literally all he did. Leon was scarred for life once again. Now, I asked Reddit and Facebook for help and asked if I should be allowed to shoot the blue medallions for side quests and break faraway objects for some extra money. 2 people replied in 2 platforms. Reddit user Sakamaki_Sakura said I absolutely should be able to do that, while someone else from Facebook went the piece of shit route and said if it's not for mission progress, I shouldn't be allowed to do that. Which I actually agree with, but I still allowed myself flashbangs because it doesn't really kill the enemies, and above all, it's not guns. And hand grenades because, once again, it's not guns, and trust me, everything I ended up doing was knife only anyway. So Leon sneaks past some other innocent farmers and makes it to the church, but
Oh my god.
it's locked.
Let me in. Let me in.
After that, he goes fishing. Leon then has a nightmare of when he was a rookie and couldn't help himself with an amazingly thick zombie. Then Leon wakes up. Then a new type of enemy shows up, which was kinda scary at first, but I carefully dispatched them using the flash... Wait a second. As I was talking about this, I just actually realized, I literally just now realized that using flashbangs on the tentacle enemies actually kills them. So that actually does count as a failure because it's actually harming the enemy. Why didn't I think of that at all in my 14 hours of gameplay? I don't know. I guess I was just in a rush for getting this video out because it's already been way too long. But my god, yeah, why didn't I think of that? Yeah, that was really stupid, but yes, that actually, I guess, does count as a fail. Let me know in the comments below if you think that's a fail or not. Anyway, I farmed up as many fish and eggs as my suitcase couldn't hold, and dodged a really wild dog, knifed a tentacle dude, but still didn't realize that I could in fact knife them without using the flashbangs. I'm facepalming myself, but you can see it. Anyway, bing bing bong, knife the giant, no big deal, could have done it without the dog as long as you stay under it. Leon then finds Ashley inside a church and she attacks in self-defense, but our boy is not one to accept that kind of behavior, so he gives her a little backhand. And she runs away. Leon then tells Ashley to jump from a building and she reluctantly does so. Then they have a moment. Oh, what's poking me? That's my gun, I swear. You don't have a gun, you're doing a knife only challenge. Shut the fuck up, man. Why did I write it like this? My god. Leon bullies Ashley for no reason at all other than the fact that it was very funny. Yes, Leon did that, not me. Boy, we're really bullying Ashley here, huh? There goes my chance of playing this game with the voice actor of this game. That's okay though, we're not the only ones bullying her because look at this cow just having the time of its life with her.
Ashley!
All right.
I'm fine.
I think it's also kind of funny how I just sell those jewelry in front of Ashley and not give her anything at all. Anyway, now the cabin fight begins and Luis is here. Hey, Mendes really stretched you up there, huh, Luis? It's me, Luis, and my inventory full of fish and eggs against the entire population of Spain. That's right, Ashley isn't the only one smelling like fish now. Bring it on, amateurs! We get through after a single try, no big deal. As long as you keep your distance and flashbang them, you should be fine. Okay, after all that's happened, this has to be the hardest chapter in my opinion, because in chapter 6 you not only have to fight a whole bunch of people, you also have to watch out for this princess so she doesn't get stolen, and there's the hardest boss fight in the game for this challenge right at the end of this to make sure you're all out of resources, or at least suffer before doing it. And before even going into that boss fight, I had to be in a threesome with these twins. I'd much rather take on the robots from Atomic Heart, to be honest. Fighting the twins wasn't really that difficult, it was more resource draining. At this stage of the game, I saved up as many flashbangs as I possibly could, but this chapter has way too many enemies and boss fights all one right after another, so no matter how many flashbangs I saved throughout the entire game, I would run out very soon. And yes, if you haven't noticed yet, I would have to rely heavily on flashbangs because they don't kill the enemies, except for the special ones like this, and it makes it easier to do melee on them because the knife has limited durability, so you know, using your fists and legs isn't really a bad idea. There's more to talk about the knife situation, but that comes later. Just know that I burned through almost all my flashbangs getting through the twins, and then just ran to safety with Ashley because I don't have a single resource to waste here. So now I'm supposed to fight the discount Mr. X with 2 knives, one being used as a last resort, 4 flashbangs, 3 hand grenades, 3 herbal sprays, 4 fishes, and 1 egg. Stage 1 of the fight was done almost too easily. As long as I stayed behind him and dodge him when he grabs, I am actually good. But in stage 2, I genuinely thought I would have to buy a gun and use it because he was so far away for my knife to reach and my arms could only go so far. I can't even break a medallion, dude. With this knife. I managed to figure out a way to utilize the iframes or invincibility frames to avoid burning up in flames and use the latter to dodge his ranged attacks. But unfortunately I learned that way too late because I had wasted a whole bunch of resources unnecessarily. I stabbed him so hard his eye popped out and Ashley wanted to be all happy and shit with me, but I was like, shut the fuck up, Ash. The entire ordeal left a bitter taste in my entire body. So I had to do a second try at this. Yeah, I literally restarted the entire challenge and did the whole thing again. Round 2, helpless man in the bathroom. And this time I saved all the smaller knives I could because doing any other actions other than using the knife to quick stab enemies takes out a lot of durability from that knife. So to stab Mendes when he was down, I would change my knife from the main knife to the much smaller one so that one can actually break but not take away durability from my main knife. That makes sense? Because my main knife does way more damage if you didn't notice. Luis calls us and tells us that we have a long way to go and that we should really think of a way to start using glitches for our challenge, and hangs up. So I got bullied by the cannons, break the door using my cannon, and meet this shorty who's like, Leon, I'm a huge fan. And Leon is like,
Who the hell are you?
and he's like, oh, I'm your biggest fan. Are you on a date with this girl? And Ashley goes, never. And Leon cries a little and calls him fat and then kills all of his people. I died to the Wolverine and understood that with this many powerful enemies in front of me and with such little preparation, I can't make it. So I did a third try, but this time I lowered the difficulty because I simply lacked the brain cells to get through this shite. But don't worry though, I am actually playing this game again, but in professional mode now, and I will let you know if I beat the game again knife only, especially since now I'm more experienced. So I killed the Wolverine, but honestly, if I knew about the door glitch at this point, maybe I could have skipped the fight entirely, but my willpower just gave up. And I am really sorry about that. And in here I used the gun to solve the puzzle, but whatever. Since my mood was terrible, the shorty decided to dump on me even more and play shitty songs in the speaker. But all of that don't have anything against the water level. Yep, it's time for the water level, boys. Oh, you know I love water level. Oh, I love this. I love this so much. Oh, I'm so happy that you can see it. But that's okay though. If you know me, which you probably don't, you would know, which you probably don't, that I always figure out a way no matter how tough the situation is. And my solution would be the dumbest, but it'd always work. So I baited every enemy to a point where they can't chase me anymore, and I went to town on them while they stayed oblivious as to why this couple was just standing in front of this cemetery or this dead guy's coffin. Don't get me wrong though, it was still a tough shit to pull off, but with this I could at least deal with as few at a time as possible. And that has to be the quickest pause I've ever seen in my entire life, by the way. And after getting the key to this weird ass puzzle, like who even does this in their own mansion? This has to be the worst way to prank someone. The first try was obviously terrible, and so was the second try, but by that point I started noticing something. See, when Ashley gets picked up by someone, they carry her off to their base, duh. But here's the twist, you fucking pleb. The destination they'd have to take her to happens to follow the path Ashley has to travel as well. And with this many enemies in front of her, she would not move a muscle and go into a fetal position. So instead of chucking my limited grenades at them, I just let them grab her and take her to the end of the bridge, and that's when I flash them. Leon goes like, hey, look at my tramp stamp. And the cultists go, whoa,
guys have tramp stamps? I want to see
What's
too.
a tramp stamp?
I have one too.
My
wife has a tramp stamp. What does that mean?
And just like that, I was out of all the flashbangs and all the grenades. Ashley was done with her work as well. She just has to come back. But they had already surrounded her. Leon was feeling cucked. Ashley was feeling kind of submissive and breedable. But damn it, the mission has to be submitted and acceptable. So despite her kinky desires being met, I had to throw the only throwable item in my inventory. If this one missed, I would have to do the whole thing again. And as a last ditch attempt, I threw the one egg that I had through the railing and hit the guy that was harassing her in the bald and shiny head, and I even gave up. But somehow Ashley made it down, blessed by the few seconds of iframes. Holy shit, I passed through this level without using any guns. Biggest hurdle passed. Now at this stage of this challenge, I got myself a sniper rifle. You'll get to know more about it in a bit. But it's time to speed things up. But just know that there were a lot of suplexes. Then the Beast Titan showed up. I got to the part with two Wolverines. I honestly thought it'd be really tough, and it was, but just not as much as I thought it would. Maxed out dagger is really fast. Hey, now what the hell is going on here? Oh! Unicorn horns. That's what we're calling it now, huh? Where were you keeping that? You too? What the fuck? Then Leon walked into a bukkake session featuring Ashley and this midget of a man enjoying the sight. Seriously, what the hell is going on here? It's either full of opportunities to make the nastiest jokes, or my mind is the nastiest. Can't be the last one. Now it's time to fight with Vertigo, and I will tell you why I got the sniper rifle. I don't really know how to explain the glitch, but after getting him frozen, I made a run for the elevator that was very slowly arriving, to my floor. After getting to that elevator, I picked up the sniper with the scope on, I pointed it at my feet, stuck my back to the elevator doors until it was there. If you do that, vertigo can hit you, meaning infinite iframes until I can get the hell out of here with my life. I could totally do this fight, but I really thought using glitch here would be kinda cool. I had already spent way too much time on the hardcore modes, almost like 3 days, so yeah. Taking any more time would just hinder the video to get out sooner, so I had to do it. Plus, I could save a couple of flashbangs, so I took the glitch route. I didn't shoot the gun to hurt vertigo at any point in the game, so I wouldn't actually count it as a fail, but feel free to comment down below what your opinions are. After parrying a goddamn chainsaw with a knife, Leon and Louis decided to have a little boys' night out, since Ashley wasn't here, and the next scene just proved why women leave longer than men. After that, it was time to fight the two titans, and the first one I was able to drop in lava, but the second one was a little tough because I needed to shoot the bag of dynamite Louis put on its back. Louis, you have a gun, you shoot him, why me? Anyway, I used the grenade here and was able to get it done. We finally came to an actual fail where I had to shoot the enemies on my own or they would destroy the card. Again, Louis, you didn't really have to give me the gun, you could have done it yourself. Not really much to say here other than the fact that I failed here. Then I dealt with the bugs the way I always do in real life, run away from them. After getting through that area, Leon and Louis were just chilling at a place until Louis was knifed. Damn it, nobody knifes here on my watch. Turns out it was my teacher that killed him, and ironically he tells us to use a dagger because it's easier to use. And of course this fight was done using the knife because that's literally the preferred way. Upon giving Krauser a run for his money, Leon finds a dying Louis trying to light a cigarette and helps him before telling him, "I was right. Women do live longer than you." The fight with Salazar can be absolutely done with the knife because unlike Mendez, he is always in range. But I used the one golden egg that I found on him, which brought his health way down, making it easier for me to knife him. Now this still doesn't count as a fail because it's not a gun, but I already failed at this point, so does it really matter? Then I found Ashley taking a nap. I was just on my way to get the keycard until a refrigerator showed up, and I avoided that man like I avoid crackheads in a gas station. But at one point, one of them cornered me, and I'm gonna be honest, I had forgotten how to fight them. So I started stabbing it until a weak point showed up, and then I stabbed that, and that actually worked. Oh, so I can kill the one in the hallway too then. I used the door glitch to get through this part without wasting any resources because I am done with this shite. And got to the room where Sadler kept his giant honeycomb. Sadler was trying to make Ashley shoot me, but she was also doing a knife-only challenge, so she purposefully missed me. Second fight with Krauser is, well...
Time for the teacher to be taught. Oh, such confidence. Bring it, rookie!
After the fight ends, he tells me to kill him because he can't commit Sudoku anymore with his spaghetti hands, so I had to do it. Our handler Hunnigan then sent a chopper with guns and rockets in it so he could take care of the kills and I could focus on the knife-only challenge. Aw, Mike is so nice. I hope he doesn't die. Here I had to shoot the AA gun, so I guess that's another fail. I tried to glitch inside the door actually, but for some reason I just couldn't do that here. So I guess that just had to happen. Okay, there's one thing I should talk about here though, because I think what I did here was pretty cool. I noticed that I get a few milliseconds of iframes when I'm attacked, and I also move a little forward. So I used that to get past this turret here because the lasers are one-shot kill. And yeah, anyway, that's all I wanted to show you. It was pretty cool. Okay, it was pretty cool. And also this rocket launcher move was pretty cool as well. After giving Ashley the 5G installment, it was time to fight Sadler and get this challenge over with finally. It's time to fight Sadler, yay! And the amount of flashbangs I had was enough to make him forget his memories of ever meeting Wesker or ever being infected or anything. But jokes aside, you can definitely knife him. If you want to see that being done, let me know in the comments below and I'll do a live stream here as well. Leon and Ashley then leave the island, and Ashley hints to him that she'd love to date him, but our boy is an anime protagonist, so he just goes, I guess you could say it was nice to meet you, Ashley. And the challenge ends. Anyway, there was a knife. Did I just seriously say knife again? Yeah, that was a nice run, and I definitely loved doing that. It took way longer than I expected because of the hardcore modes, but I did it. And I'm gonna get this video out as soon as possible. So if you like this video, please